for our first sentence, let's start by identifying some vocabulary. We have to me, and we have the Lama himself in the third case. We have to the great magician. Then we have a verb and noun to grant initiations, and another verb, noun and verb to teach the oral instructions. Then we have a letter, chakdak, a letter in the honorific, which said. And so reading backwards, we understand that it's a letter which said, which told me to teach the oral instructions and grant the initiations to the great magician by the Lama. So in other words, it's a letter by the Lama, which told me, Dakla, to do this for the great magician. So that's the first phrase. Then we'll carry on with vocabulary. We have Naropa's ornaments, and we have the ruby practice object support. And then Tongcheba is together with, so it's a way to link, it could be these two things, the ornaments together with the practice object, but it could also be the ornaments and practice object together with the letter. And then we have the verbs nang chung, so somebody gave something, followed by it's nominalized and turned and put in the third case. And then we have this final expression here, lakshu, that we've seen often in this story as a way of saying that someone replied something. So this is another way. This is a person of lower status speaking to a person of higher status and responding what's in quotes from the beginning of this passage up to the lakshu. That's what someone is saying, and it's lama ngoktun. When you are reading the story, when you're reading the sentence in context, you'll know that it's lama ngokpa. And so the end part here is to carry out an order. So Lama Ngokpa says to Marpa, I've carried out your order. And so then coming back to the third case, so because, or by means of, because you gave, Nangchung, you gave to me a letter which said the things that came before it, together with the ornaments and practice object. Because you gave those things to me, I carried out your order, said Lama Ngoktun. Next, we have a phrase that ends in sung, so somebody is saying something here. And if it were in context, you might know that this is the full quotation. So we have at the beginning, Ngoktun Chudor. This is the name of someone. And here we have Kirang, you. And here we have a phrase that means the one who acted without permission. So chul is to have permission, machul is to not have permission, machulwa is someone who doesn't have permission. You add the che there and it's someone who acted without having permission. And ken, a verb ken, is a verber, so a person who does verb. So you, here these two are in a positive relationship. So you, comma, the one who acted without permission. And then in the sixth case, who is called ngokdon chudor. So that's that whole phrase. And then let's go to the end. Longshot is imperative, return or bring back. Tandarang, right now, this very moment. And here's a sixth case, my, the ornaments of Naropa, which are mine, and the practice objects in the plural. The practice object and the ornaments of Naropa, which are mine, right now, bring them back, he said. Here's a sentence with a pretty simple structure. So looking at the beginning, to me, and let's go up to here. This is a good place to break a phrase. This is a verb followed by a continuative particle. So dak means to be assigned, in this case to be assigned a name. So to me was assigned, I was called, in other words, Mila Dorje Gyeltsen. So he was given this name. I was called Mila Dorje Gyeltsen, and then this is a semicolon, or you could say and. Then we have some phrases, some words joined by the sixth case. So this is here the vows of a layperson, Genyen Gidompa, the vows of a layperson, and the lapcha, the precepts of the bodhisattva, and the initiation of Chakrasamvara with 62 deities. So this is the type of initiation he received. So Demchok is Chakrasamvara, the deity, and with 62 associated deities in his retinue. And Nang is the verb at the end. So I was given the name, and I was given these teachings. So this dak and this Nang, these are the two main verbs. So this Nang refers to everything that comes after the day, and the dak refers to everything that comes before it. Here, the first thing you will want to notice is that there's no verb at the end. So this is not a sentence. This is just a phrase. And dzeba is a word you'll recognize that comes at the end of our chapter. So this is the deed. Dze is the honorific of the form of the verb to do. So dzeba is a deed in the honorific. So this is obviously the name of the chapter or the section in the story. So it's the deed in which, using the sixth case, in which something is born. Drung is honorific for to be born. And what is born? It's the sprouts of nyamdok, of meditative experience and realization. Which are born, we can say, it's the meditative experience and the sprouts of meditative experience and realization which are born by means of, taking the third case there, by means of meditating in the presence of the Lama.